Good morning. Welcome to Beach Guys Fitness. It's still morning here. If you are on the East Coast and it's afternoon, here in Central Time Zone in Central Illinois, it's 11:30. So when you join in, if you answer the poll and then possibly put in chat, what is your definition of strength? And I know there's more than one. What separates the alpha from the beta? Now, this is not meant to make fun of anybody. It's a legit question. You know, what separates from a person who will charge into a burning building, into combat, in defense of his spouse or friends, and the ones who will not. That's one of my definitions of it. And the reason I brought this up is because I made a post on Facebook and Instagram, and I thought it was a pretty good post, and somebody asked me, well, you know, what's your definition of strength? And I thought that was a good question. So I did answer him with one definition of strength. Let's see if I can pull that up here really quick. You may or may not have responded yet. Probably not. I find that a lot of people who ask questions do not. Hey, Celtic Grandma, how we doing? So somebody asked me, what was your definition of strength? And I put down the ability or decision to do the right thing, even when it's not the popular thing to do. So that was one of my, and what it was is men used to be praised for strength and shamed for weakness. Today, men are shamed for strength and praised for weakness. Do not let the opinions of sheep dictate the behavior of lions. I thought it was a good saying. And I knew I was going to trigger a few people. And, you know, that's okay. So I figured, what is your definition of strength? Just one definition, if you can put in chat. And what separates an alpha personality from a beta? Not saying one is either good or bad. I'm just saying what the differences are. Hey, good morning, Celtic Grandma, Tobacco. Good morning, cousin, Jacqueline. How are we doing? So in today's age, how is strength kind of viewed? Not just male strength. And I think females who are very strong and athletic also go through this. You know, they say, oh, if you lift, you're going to be bulky. You know, you're not going to look attractive. I've got news for you. That myth is gone. You know, it's not good for you. I don't even know who was trying to sell that one. Exercise is great for you. But that's just kind of some of the things you run into. So, in today's society, where we seem so concerned about being triggered, wasn't even a word when I was a kid. I guess it was called pissing somebody off, and there was usually consequences to doing such things. But these days, they want everybody to walk on glass, and I won't do it. I won't do it in a relationship. I won't do it in public life. I won't do it on YouTube. Now, doesn't mean I'm arrogant, ignorant, no. Here is the homemade bread from yesterday. So that'll be part of my nutrition, my calories. After breakfast, I'll have a big slice of bread with a bunch of butter, and I'll have all those calories to jump in there. Now remember, this is water, not beer. It was beer, but then I drank that, and now I put water in it. So yeah, today's topic is, what is strength? What separates the alpha from the beta? Let me see. Right. Could be its personality too. Absolutely. It's not just physical strength. It can be mental strength. It can be fortitude. Strength has a lot of meanings, not just physical strength. So they're pushing the importance of strength training as you get older because you tend to lose a lot of muscle. That is correct. You lose a lot of muscle. And if you don't exercise, your bones become brittle. Your tendons become weak. Your connecting tissue becomes weak. The cardiovascular system becomes weak. So when you get older, by not exercising, you are significantly shorting your health and longevity. Now, you still may live a long time, you just not be very good health. You know, I have a lot of respect for that 80-year-old, grandmother in Walmart with a cart hanging on to it, but she's walking. All right, I don't have much respect for the 30-year-old that's just too far gone and too out of weight. That just weighs too much. And is in the cart and picking their food, and it's mostly garbage food anyway. They didn't get that way by accident. Not shaming anybody. I'm just saying, once you get in the cart, there's really very little help for you. I'd rather walk behind grandma or grandpa who's moving really slowly, but they're still moving. We were out at Pierre Marquette State Park. We were out at the lodge. And there was an older couple there walking from the parking lot, walking around. They're moving slow, but they were walking. And he was probably in his 90s. And I said, keep walking. Keep that ability to walk. Because once you lose that ability to walk, life is not good. It really is. Things go downhill quickly. While the bacon's cooking, I'm going to give everybody a look at the purdy snow. We still have it, and we're going to get more. We're going to get more tonight, tomorrow night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday. What I'm hoping what we don't get is rain. So I'm hoping we don't get rain. Because then it freezes and it's icy everywhere. And it makes things a lot more difficult to walk around. So one of my definitions of strength or being an alpha is the ability to make an unpopular decision, but the right decision. Okay, I'm not going to go along with the crowd. If I see something that I disagree with, I will let that person know, and I'll let that person know in a civil manner. So I've seen a post on one of the political things from somebody who I know. She works out, but the post was so hypocritical, I had to respond to it. And she's like, get educated. Well, obviously she did not get educated. She just copied and reposted what somebody else had posted and hadn't done any of her research. And knowing her background, I knew she didn't do her research because there's a lot of references that she's familiar with that would disprove everything. So I put it out there. I sent her some information. She goes, I don't want to get in an argument with you. And I said, I don't either. I said, but you posted something out there that was mostly false. I knew it wasn't going to be unpopular for me to say this to you. And I knew there was a chance that, maybe you'd unfriend me, But I think that's part of being an alpha. Even though there may be a bad outcome, you still go forth and you engage. Doesn't mean you're a jerk. Doesn't mean you're a bully, because that's definitely not an alpha. But you let somebody know, listen, you're putting information out there that you didn't research yourself, and you're telling people to do research. It's kind of ironic. All right. Now, did I change her mind? I don't know. But we're still friends on Facebook, and possibly she'll go into it a little bit more. So that's one of the things. Randy, how we doing? Good morning. Snow's okay. Don't send me any rain. I don't want no rain. I'm okay with snow. Yeah, they just posted stuff, but the thought is the person added get educated. And what she posted was mostly wrong. Remember, the best lies start with some truth. And so I sent her some, she goes to church, so I sent her some quotes from the Bible. That kind of ended it with a positive conversation, which is a good thing to do. I've had that type of discussion with my niece too, who I love dearly. But her experience in life has been different than my experiences in life. And luckily, she really haven't had to see the really bad side of people where I have. Because I want the world to be a world of light. Well, it can be, but you need people like me to keep it that way. Because sometimes there are going to be consequences for bad behavior. If there's not, it's encouraged. So, it's what, January 8th already? My goodness, this year is just strolling by. So, come towards the end of the month, I'm going to pick up my boy, and he's going to be coming back here for a while. Kind of excited about it. Be nice to have another pair of hands. Help me out. No rain. Don't want no rain, Randy. I'll be angry. I'll look mean. How many calories? Did I miss him? I'm on live chat. Did I miss Adam? Or do you just know Adam? Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay. So because of my activity level, oh, there we go. How many calories do you normally consume a day? So usually I'm around 3,000 to 3,500 calories a day. I've kind of boosted it up to about 4,000. So if you look at it for my morning shake is about 1,000 calories. Breakfast here is going to be probably about 800 to 1,000. I will have a lunch after I get done working out, which probably only going to be about 500 or 600. But I'll eat 2 more meals of probably 500 to 700 calories. And if I still feel hungry when I come home, I'll have another shake, which is probably going to be about 400 calories, but it's probably going to be about 30, 40 grams of protein. Now I'm eating clean calories, or mostly clean. Now the bread is going to put some weight on me. I made it, trust me, brown sugar, honey, and sugar goes in there. Because when I make it, I want it to taste good. I'm not making diet bread. But I make bread maybe 2-3 times a year. So it's okay for me to splurge every now and then. But I would say on average about 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day, Adam, because of my activity. Like I said before, I got up, I had a shake, did some banking, all that stuff, and I went for a hike, which I'll be posting later. So I put on the old work boots and dropped it out in the snow and kind of did some tracking and, exploring my own property. Kind of getting ideas of what I want to do come springtime. And then I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to work out for at least an hour. And I'm probably going to push about 20,000, 30,000 pounds of weight. So I need calories for that. So here I got 4 strips of bacon, about 6 grams of protein. I have jumbo eggs. I usually buy the jumbo eggs. And I'm probably going to have, if I get it to come out. Kind of really important to pick those shells up right. I'll probably have 3 or 4 of these eggs. They're 8 grams of protein each. And then the Fairlife milk is high in protein and clean calories. So when I get done, I'll calculate how many calories I'm actually eating. I don't want to overeat. When you eat too much food, you get sluggish. And I don't want to get sluggish. So I eat 5 to 6 meals a day, They just tend to be smaller meals. So I always put on my secret spices that suspiciously looks like pink sea salt or Himalayan salt and pepper. It might be that. I use the pink sea salt or the pink Himalayan salt because it has other trace minerals in it. It's not just sodium chloride, but it has manganese and magnesium and potassium, some of the trace metals that you have to have in your diet. So when I say strength, I don't only mean physical strength. To be honest, physical strength is probably the easiest one to do. Eat lots of food. Yeah, diet bread. It's not diet bread. I'm usually good for a 5-pound increase in my body weight when I make bread, but I only made 1 loaf this time instead of 2. So yeah, 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. 7 inches of snow coming. Well, I don't mind snow. I can drive in snow. But Shane came off your cordless one. Well, that's no fun. You didn't have a backup? Aren't we supposed to have backups? No, I don't either, so. But a backup chain? It'll be rain first, sorry. Well, I hope not. That just makes it really, really, really bad. So, what is separating, the alpha from the... Oh, and somebody did buy me a protein shake, which I want to thank. I didn't get the name, but someone bought me a protein shake the other day, which I appreciate. Let me see if I can get more information out of it. Oh, okay. I don't know what his channel is, but Mark, thank you very much for the protein shake. Don't use last names here because, well, for obvious reasons. So, Mark, thank you very much for the protein shake. So, got the bacon, got the eggs, got the Fairlife milk. The sponsor who isn't. And we go through a lot of this. And then for work, I buy a half tub of cottage cheese. Half tub of cottage cheese is usually $2.99. It has 52 grams of protein. And usually when you buy those protein shakes, they only have 25 to 30, and they cost the same amount of money, if not a little bit more. So spend your money smarter, not harder, as I say. Now the bread, only the best. Kerrygold, pure Irish butter. But yeah, I wasn't even going to do a live stream today. But when I had that one guy on Instagram ask me that question, which I thought was a good question, I figured that would be a good topic for discussion. So first of all, why is the alpha being called toxic? Because they're not. Why is it that you don't really see those in the commercials anymore? Hey, Loretta, how we doing? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, me too. It's not even a half gallon. It's actually less than a half gallon. I think they were at one time, but it's that shrinkflation. So, but yeah, what separates the alpha from the beta? What separates for the person that charges in or does the right thing regardless of what the popular thing is? Because I think a lot of times people just do something because they think it's popular. They see something trending, all right? They see that the political decision on something is trending this way, so they tend to go that way without actually looking up and seeing what the truth is. I tell you, what you initially see online is almost always false. there's so many people that post misinformation. I call them lies, but let's just call them misinformation. Somebody posted something about one of the Supreme Court judges was seen with so and so and that, and people going, "Yeah, where's the pictures?" If that was the case, it'd be all over. It'd be everywhere. So it was just somebody who lied. Well, they did. Why? They want clicks. If I want more clicks, I would change the title. I tried it one time, but in the description I said it was clickbait. Do this exercise or die. Oh my God, I better look at this. Closet alpha. I don't jump right in. I wait, and if no one steps up or is making it, I will. And sometimes waiting is a good idea. When I have conflict at work or something, I usually wait 24 hours before I respond to it. I want to run it through the chart a few times, seeing what is the best way to respond to the situation. There is a response. A lot of times it'll be a calmer response than it would be if I just snapped at it at first, because your first initial response in a situation is emotional. It's not logical. Your first initial response, your immediate response, is an emotional response. It's not a logical response. It takes time to look it over and try to come up with a logical response. Not that it's a perfect system, because it's not. Now, sometimes an immediate response is needed, and a true alpha will do that, regardless of it. Yep, address the person. Yeah, address the situation. Look at the behavior, not the person. Don't say you're bad to say your behavior is not aligning with what I'm going to accept. All right. It's like with my work, when they try to become threatening, it's only been a few times, but I shut them down rather quickly. I said, listen, I've been around the block too many decades for me to take a threat. And don't ever think you can hold a job over me. I can get another job just like that. I have many skills. I like the job. The job has great benefits. But don't try to threaten me with it, because that threat will never work. It used to when I was younger, and a little upset with myself for allowing to do so. I should have. But that's called living and learning. But you're right. Address the behavior, not the person. Unless it's a behavior you see from that person 24/7. Then you're probably going to address the person. So-and-so, I know that you are always reacting this way. So we have to have a little chat about it. Let me pop in here. How many liters of water drink daily and which frequency? Well, whenever you're thirsty. It sounds redundant, but it's not. And understand, you can't just drink water, because it will flush your system out. But they usually say 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. So I would probably say, in the way of liters, 5 liters to a gallon. So I'd probably say 2 to 3 liters of water at least. But you also want to make sure that you're getting your salts and your vitamins and your minerals in with it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if it's about me, I can wait. People say something to me, it's no problem. Hey, 710, how we doing? Good to see you. Cheers, brother. So the topic is what separates the alpha from the beta. And we're talking about definitions of strength. Now, strength doesn't mean just physical strength. It can be mental strength. It can be emotional strength. It can be moral strength. It can be religious strength. 2 gallons of tea a day. Woo! That's a lot of tea, but that's water. Yeah. And unfortunately, that usually doesn't go over too well. Yeah, they throw commercials in there now. YouTube's kind of, I don't know, that's how they make their money. I laugh every time when people say that, yep, there's going to be commercials. I guess some people do subscribe to some sort of program or have a program that keeps them from popping in or whatever, but I don't worry about it. Usually within 5 seconds, you can hit the skip. My sponsors are local businessmen. When I was in Grafton, Illinois, I bought T-bone steaks from a local butcher that raised their own meat. And the price wasn't too bad, and it was good meat. I mean, I did that to support the local business. I hate buying meat from the Walmart because it's not good meat. Their vegetables are not either. Sometimes they're the only game in town, but when I can, I like to buy from a butcher. You know, that is butchering the meat right there on the premises. That's usually the best meat you can get. So the homemade bread is going to be dessert in a little bit. I got breakfast. Call it second breakfast because I did have like 3 eggs in my shake. That's good. Earlier this morning, this is one of the things where I no longer agree with what the government's telling you to eat because they're giving a lot of bad advice. What a good eggs. So, moringa is one of the supplements I take, and it's to help my breathing. And when we went out for the weekend, I didn't bring it with me. So last night I felt it. It definitely made a difference. I actually had to get up and come downstairs and take some. So, you know, a lot of these natural supplements replace what the doctor is trying to prescribe to you. And you think, well, why are the doctors researching supplements instead of pharmaceuticals? Money. Let me catch up here. Conversations. Simple Tony, how we doing? Yeah, there are going to be ads every now and then. It's 6.8. I did not see that. So, because I'm not a diabetic, I'm not sure what those numbers mean. So I'll have to look them up, but I'm thinking it's a good number. I think over 7, you start getting concerned. I'm not sure. But if it's down, that's a good thing. It was 14 in April. Wow. Okay, so that's huge. So what changes did you make? 7 and under is good. So what changes did you make, Randy? What was the changes that led to this success, or was it medicine? Carnivore diet. There we go. And I've heard that too. Dr. Jordan Peterson went on one. And he sang the praises of it. Good food, so tasty. Well, that's excellent news. Yeah, there you go. Well, that's what I'm on. I know when I get and I just had my last physical about 2 months ago. I had the same older doctor, and he was still mad because I don't have any blood pressure issues and I don't have any sugar issues. And I told him, well, you know, I kind of work towards that. Cholesterol is a little higher than it was the year before, but that's because I'm eating a lot of bacon grease. So I'm not cooking as often in it. I still am, but not just as often. So one of my theories is why you're not really seeing the alpha in commercials anymore. I mean, seeing it in movies, you still know that sells. That's good. because the alphas make the betas insecure about themselves, is my theory. I think that's where it comes down to. Yeah, well, who wasn't Thanksgiving and Christmas? So I was as low as 232 during the summer when I was eating lots of veggies. I'm now back to 240, which is still a good weight for me. And is reflecting in my strength return. So today, if I have a spotter, hopefully I do. I got one of three that could. We'll see how my bench workouts go. So I had power go out a few times. But we had our backups. So it's good to go. Awesome. That is good news. I have heard a lot of positive things about the carnivore diet. So if everybody can put in their definition of what strength means to them, if you haven't already. Now the easy one is just saying, well, I'm strong. Okay. Or I'm tall, I'm big, I can intimidate people. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't mean you're a strong person, just means you're larger than some. Savage Lee, how we doing? Thanks for popping in. Woo-hoo! Well, like I told the guy, I said, strength is being willing to do the unpopular thing, even though it's not going to be popular and probably in the long term it's not going to bode well for you. There you go. And it is the strength to be able to take care of yourself and to be able to take care of your siblings and your children. Definitely. So I do not do fasting at all. My joke is I fast 8 hours every night. It's called sleep. So I can't really give you, you're not going to put muscle on when you're fasting. You can't. You know, you're depleting your body of nutrients. If you don't eat for 72 hours, your body is dissolving yourself. And not just fat, it's dissolving muscle because your brain needs 90 grams of protein a day. So 72 hours sounds like 3 days. So there's 270 grams of protein that your body's got to get. And guess what does not have protein? Fat does not have protein. So that means it's going to start dissolving your muscles because the brain gets number one priority. So I am not a fan of fasting. I don't think it's healthy. My opinion. I know a lot of people do it. I figure I fast every night for 6 to 8 hours. But 72 hours, I'd become violent, to be honest with you. Not telling you not to do it. If it's working for you, keep doing it, but don't expect muscle gain. Not with a 72-hour fast. Your body's going to be breaking down muscle to get the protein it needs. And the reason that there were certain ethnic groups that were smaller in height than that is because of diet. Because they did not eat enough protein, did not get enough clean carbohydrates. And then some of it was because they never left their village. You look at the populace now, and you are getting a lot more people that are bigger. A lot of it is nutrition. And some of it's diversity. Always set a timer when I turn the water on. If I don't, it don't come out well. Now, time for dessert. Time for bread. Even though Ray's at work, I'm going to toast it. He doesn't get angry. Now, one thing about homemade bread is, because I'm not using any preservatives, it's got to go in the fridge. That's something I try to make sure I eat in a fairly quick time. Otherwise, I start growing penicillin. Maybe not a bad thing. Let's see what else got going in here. Yeah, there we go. 4 zombies. Yeah, I gotta ask. Yes, master. About a week yet. I put it in the fridge, and well, it shouldn't last more than a week anyway. I only made 1 loaf. So I'll be eating it pretty heavy this week. All right, Savage. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. So let's look at the poll. I think we can end the poll. So 76 positive, 11% said aggressive, and then 5% said negative, and 5% said toxic with 17 votes. So that's a pretty good spread. But I do like the idea that 3/4 of you see it as a positive thing. Aggression is not necessarily strength. You know, a bully can be aggressive. But I think strength is doing the right thing, even when it's the unpopular thing. And then, as Flores said, being able to take care of yourself and being able to take care of others, I think is also a form of strength. I would agree. You know, when I'm in the gym, there's a lot of us that are strong. You know, right? Or like, yeah, they're trying to cover some up. No, you don't have to. You can eat pork. You can eat chicken. You can eat fish. Any sort of meat. Doesn't have to be ground beef. Obviously, if it's messing your stomach up, you don't want to be eating it then. Put the butter lay there and kind of melt a little bit. And that is my dessert. I don't know if you can see that. And that's the bread I made yesterday. It was good. It was a lot easier to make. I actually used a the KitchenAid apparatus for the first time I have used it to make bread. And man, with that made it easy peasy. I couldn't believe how fast that dough was ready. And then I have an oven that actually holds a proofing temperature. So that was pretty cool. Oh, let me see what the question is. Never a stupid question. Otherwise, how are you going to learn? So yeah, if ground beef bothers your stomach, then don't eat the ground beef. Go to more chicken, go to more pork. Go to other meats that don't bother you. Roast don't bother you, then do roast. So yeah, you don't want to be tearing your stomach up. Yeah, it was not a stupid question. It was a good question. I mean, I've learned so much from this channel, from the chat. I mean, I take the moringas because of chat. I take the ashwagandha, however else you pronounce it, because of chat. Quercetin I started to look into. Not so much because of chat, but because I knew I was getting sinus problems. I said, hey, I wonder if there's a natural supplement for that. What do you know? There was. I got my Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies because I don't have a garden going. This is not something I was really concerned about during the summer because I was eating so much of it naturally. Shut that off. So I got my Balance of Nature, fruits and veggies. I got my quercetin, which helps with my sinuses. I have a whole bag full of supplements that I take to work. Where's Miss Linda? How are we doing? Great to see you. Thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Been a good chat. So celebrate strength, whether it's emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, always strength. Don't worry about being the popular person. Popular person is usually pretty sad. Hey, John, it's not popular to eat homemade bread. Sorry, I'm eating it anyway. No one ever said that to me. That's so good. Sugar's the enemy, correct. Don't blame salt for what sugar did. Yep. We do need sugars. We can get them from fruits, get them from maple syrup, get them from honey. They're far better. So everybody, thanks everybody for popping in and participating in the discussion. All right. And as always, remember rest, nutrition, proper exercise, and have fun. And hope everybody does have fun this weekend. For us there in the snow area, Himalayan salt. Yep, just found it. Yep. It's got magnesium, manganese. It's got other minerals in there that you need. So everybody have a wonderful day.